5:48. Overnight, dozens of volunteers were out searching for people living on the streets in Brown County. It's a count that happens twice a year, and this is critical for funding to combat homelessness. Kristen Allen is in our newsroom this morning. You've been checking in. Do you know how many homeless people were counted overnight?
Not quite yet, Tammy. The count is just now wrapping up. It started at 11:30 last night, so those numbers are still coming in, and one of the organizers tells me she hopes to have that number that she can share with us pretty much any minute. She said a little bit closer to 6 o'clock earlier this morning, so I'll be checking back in with her, but we'll wait to see how that number compares to the 125 people that were found last July, so 1 year ago. Volunteers were out in groups going through planned routes to look for people living on the streets. They were in areas well known to the homeless population, such as the downtown area, but also expanding into rural areas as well. When they find someone, they attempt to talk to them, record some basic information, and provide them with resources that are available. The data collected is critical during this count.
The data that's collected is combined with the sheltered data, so how many people are sleeping in emergency shelters and transitional housing. It is all submitted to HUD, and it shows sheltered versus unsheltered. It shows overall trends in homelessness, and the better we are able to demonstrate that, we're showing that need for funding.
And agencies will finalize those numbers later today, again taking into account those living in shelters as well. Steve?